Good day, everyone. How y'all doing? Thanks for stopping by and tuning in, as always. So, back at it again with, I don't want to say another rant, but you see the title, but this is something else that I wanted to speak on because I don't think it's been said or it's not, as far as maybe mentioned, it's just not been elaborated on enough, maybe as is, but I'm going to speak on it as of here on my channel. So, just a continuation on with, it's pretty much, I'm just going to, just the only prime example, because it actually had happened while on the job. So, yeah, when I first got the gig with Amazon, and the first contractor that I was with, how can I put this? So, the day of my hiring, like I said, was in September this past year. I meet all the other individuals or new employees like myself, while there, including this young lady, assistant. And I didn't meet her directly, but she, was introducing herself to everybody else. But I was, we were trying to keep 6 feet. So I was standing from afar and her say, okay, hey, my name is so-and-so. Nice to meet you. She was saying that to somebody else. All right. But pretty much, I was just trying to get throughout the day and then go home. Because that was our first day as far as for orientation and, right to doing the routes and everything. But all in due time, up until November, around Thanksgiving week, or going into Thanksgiving weekend, somewhere around there, end of November. One night I came back from finishing up my route, and I turned all the equipment in, personal protective equipment, keys to the van, all that stuff in to her at the desk. Now, mind you, she was a driver. We all applied for driving positions, but this is the thing. Amazon or these contractors, they have promotions for these drivers who, when they, do good in an amount of days, weeks, or months at a time, they're in their team, crew, or whatever, then they get promoted to lead drivers or dispatcher/coordinator. Well, she got promoted from as a driver to a dispatcher/coordinator. And then one of our other drivers, the same, but got promoted to lead driver if they're still over there. But all I'm getting at is, so once she became dispatcher/coordinator, that means she would be working behind the counter, behind the dispatch desk. Because the only other people that was working behind our dispatch desk in particular was an old lead driver from whenever he got hired on before us, and our supervisor, or anybody, or as far as I know, just them. And that my supervisor was like, yeah, I'm gonna step down and do other roles, behind the scenes as chief executive officer, which is behind the scenes, not always there at the station. Which he always would show up certain mornings, come out there with the chuck wagon, the wagon and stuff with our little cart with our route badge and stuff and personal protective equipment. So, like I said, I was turning everything in. She's sitting behind the desk, and mind you, I don't even know this young lady from Adam at all. And she seemed kind of cool, to my knowledge at first. And so as I'm turning everything in, I usually tell her or supervisor or the other lead driver that they have just promoted, or whoever's behind our dispatch, that's saying, okay, see you tomorrow, which would be, so when I come in Saturday, say see you tomorrow Sunday when I was working part-time over there Saturdays and Sundays, and then after Sunday night saying, okay, see you next weekend, because I don't work during the week. I wasn't working full-time. So this was Sunday. This was on a Sunday night when I was like, yeah, I'll see you next weekend. That's what I told her, right? She goes, okay, well, I'll talk to you later. Now, this is what I said. I said back in return saying, well, wait, what do you mean by that? Because, you don't have my, direct contact information, my phone number or cell phone number, nothing like that, or Facebook or whatever. And just because I said that, well, I initially said, oh, excuse me. I initially said, you ain't got my phone number, so-and-so. Then she goes, oh, and I wanted to start the video by shouting out to the Queen, Love Bug #1. I just got off her live feed, and I had said this in her comment section. Not comment section, in the chat. But she was talking about should it be all right for kids under 13 to be cussing? And like, no, it isn't. But I'll say as far as in the chat, using the N-word, because that's what the young lady used. When we talking about a sister here, we ain't talking about as far as, somebody outside of our race who, is or can or could be racist or just straight up racist saying the N-word. But all I'm saying is she was like, like calm down. Like I can't really explain it. She was like, she was like, you in this, like saying it like almost in a playful manner. Now, y'all take it how y'all want it. You know what I mean? Because really, in all honesty, that oh man. She clowned me in front of everybody. Like, now it's other brothers and sisters that are in there too, that are within 6 feet of us, and they just going on about their business. But all I'm saying is, really, do you have to come at a brother like that? I didn't call you out your name, did I? No. So why you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Because now this is where I'm getting at, to where how you all of a sudden, so-called get promoted to that position, and if this is how you act while on the job, like, come on, we gotta start calling this out. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta start calling this out. Like, there's just certain limitations of things that you can do and what you can't do. Because if that wasn't just for the other brothers and sisters that were in there within 6 feet of us to, to be nosy and be like, like what's going on or whatever, or it's all monitored, it's documented, it's all documented. But anybody can see that and and run with it, and that it can be reported. Corporate, whoever, you know what I mean? Then she would be out of a job too during that time, like how I was after the fact, with me falling behind on packages and stuff. But anyways, fast forward into, I'm like, calm down. It ain't that big of a deal. It's not that serious. That's just what I said. All I said is what I said, and that's how she responded, and I guess how I reacted to it. So I go home that Sunday night, and I was saying to myself, okay, well, maybe I felt bad about how I overreacted about it. And so to the following weekend, that following Saturday or morning, I come, because usually every morning on Saturdays and Sunday mornings, I'm there and I see her, and she's being her, I don't want to say as far as ghetto hood, but I'm just saying she's being her and what she does. Not saying she's a bad person or not, but I just feel like, she can do better. That's all I'm saying. But she would always say, what's up? I'm like, hey, good morning. He's like, hey, what's up, Mike? And so. Right? So later on that Saturday, when I come back that night, as usual, I was like, I just want to apologize. And she's like, for what? Apologize about, how I reacted to, when I said, well, what you said, I'll talk to you later. And when I had said, as I guess, to being a smart I don't know, you ain't got my number, so-and-so. And she's like, oh, that ain't nothing. That's passe. Okay, so what do I do after that? When trying to make amends and overextended myself to her. You know what I mean? To the young lady. I didn't have to, but I did anyway. I've also said this too, that I ain't, there to make friends and enemies with nobody, whether on the job, not. I'm just saying, as far as associate, I said that already in my my rant from last summer. Be careful with who you associate yourself with, because they're going to show that you're close in the long run. And that's a fact. It's saddening, but it's straight facts. I mean, because once they show that true colors, then how many times are you going to have to keep forgiving them, and they keep doing it until they get themselves together? That's how I look at it. And we got to start calling this out in all communities, not just the African American community that I'm in, because I am African American and I'm black and I'm proud. You know what I mean? So for anybody else who come across this video and thinks otherwise, you better think again. So, because I'm going to say it, and I already said it, I'm going to say it again. I'm black and I'm proud, just like James Brown's song says. And I'm happy. So nobody's going to take my pride and joy ever, at all. I feel good. I feel great. And I'm not ashamed. I ain't got nothing to hide. I don't have nothing to hide at all. So, but yeah, when I try to overextend myself to her, as far as, not saying that have my number, so and so, I went to doing that, all honesty. It was like, would you like to exchange phone numbers? In case maybe get to know one another. And she said, no, I'm cool on that. Okay, fine. Understandable. I can do nothing but respect it. So, when I asked far as social media and stuff, it's like, I'm on Facebook, what's yours, and we go from there or whatever, right? Cool. I end up telling her and say, hey, I'm a content creator, but I don't do it full time. I do it part time. Or what have you. So, that night came and went. Then fast forward into Christmas week, or Christmas Eve, when they wanted us back at the station about 5 p.m. super early. So I'm out there and still falling behind, and she hits me up from, I think, her phone or from the Rabbit app phone or whatever. Asked me, where am I, and so and so. Alright, so meet up. I told her my location and her ETA, her coming there to rescue me to help finish up my route. Okay, cool. She's doing what she do, but I understand this as far as especially when you're a dispatcher coordinator sitting behind the dispatch desk, that, while you're monitoring drivers and stuff or whatever, you could be, in your spare time on your phone, FaceTime or whatever. Well, that's basically what she was doing, or while on the phone talking to whoever, while pulling up with her van, the rental that she was in next to mine. Ain't nothing wrong with that, when she eventually got off the phone and stuff, I was just trying to congratulate her on her promotion, being a dispatcher / coordinator, and say, I'm very proud of you, keep up the great work. And she said, thank you. She didn't say it like very enthused about it. She said thank you, and we're just trying to finish up the rest of my route so she can drive back to the station, I guess, because we're all the way out in the damn country in North Texas, over by Oklahoma border back down. So that was Christmas Eve. Now we're going into New Year's. I tried hitting her as far as in the DM on Facebook. No response back. But, see as far as on her timeline that she's got, I guess she don't respond DMs, only respond to via timeline messages. I don't know, everybody's different. So, is something else I left out? No, I was gonna get to as far as that. So, and she's got nice. I'm not gonna say her name, but she knows who she is. Like I said, I had just met her right then and there. So we obviously don't speak. I don't speak to her anymore. Like I said, as is. That's where I'm getting at now to end and close out this video. So, yeah, she's got nice photos and everything. And she's got, one picture or a meme or a saying on there, a quote on there. It states, well, she said that. Now again, this is coming from her, not me, but an old post of her saying, yeah, if you don't like how I operate and do things, then go ahead, unfriend me and block me. Because I'm tired of being targeted and whatever by other walks of life. Whatever that means. But like I said, I had just met her right then and there. But I was just trying to be cool, calm, and collected with her. Again, she seemed like she's in good spirits, but her head or heart is elsewhere. So, just hope and pray that, again, wish her nothing but the best in life. That I don't wish no malice or ill will towards her or anyone else that has done me wrong, or as far as taking my kindness or weakness, or however you want to call it. So yeah, I leave her a message on her timeline after she put up a Christmas picture of her in front of a tree or whatever. Again, beautiful picture and all. All I said was Happy New. This was after my termination. Oh, I did leave something out. I left something out, y'all. That weekend, after she called me out using the N-word and all that, whatever. The next weekend, that Saturday morning, when I showed up to the station, right? She was there. I was getting my temperature checked or whatever. She was there talking with our supervisor, right? I heard her mention my name. Her name came out. My name came out her mouth. About, oh yeah, he so-and-so asked for my number, this, that, third. Like, are you serious? Like, really? You like really gonna like and I could have turned as soon as I was coming around the corner from the wall, like to go back outside. I hear her mentioning my name, like, you know what I mean, like on just really like I already made amends with you, but then you go ahead and still tell, you know what I mean, our boss like, to snitch like it's something that ain't even that serious. You know what I mean? Because if not me or everybody else is doing it in there. I mean, we all trying to be mellow and laid back when they're playing, you know what I mean, younger generation music as is in there anyway in there. In there anyway. So, but yeah, that was the other thing. But yeah, I left her a message on her timeline saying Happy New Year's, peace and blessings, as like the same message I put on our GM storyline. And what happens moments later, or a day or so or whatever later, she deletes my post on her timeline. Again, that's what she want to do on her. I guess like if it didn't mean nothing, like none of this ain't meant anything. So back to that post of hers where she's like, yeah, if you don't like how I operate, unfriend me and block. And that's exactly why I just went straight to blocking it, and that was that. So yeah, but let me know what y'all think about this particular, you know what I mean, story in the comments section. Or like, has this ever happened to you all? Or if you're guilty by association of doing it. I mean, I just want to know. That's totally up to y'all. Again, another I got a story to tell challenge or / get your shit together challenge, whatever you want to call it. But I just wanted to, get that off my chest. Again, I ain't mentioning her name and nothing like that. That's just gonna remain anonymous. Because it don't need to be. You ain't gotta always use the person's name for clickbait, and especially if somebody who's not even on the internet or as far as on here like that, whether they content creator or as a channel supporter or not. But I'm just saying, like, we gotta start calling this out of, we gotta be more respectful to, because that's how we're gonna get to as people, because we don't have real alpha male parents or male brothers and sisters nowadays that we don't even co-sign for crap like that. You know what I mean? So that's it. That's what I got for y'all. I should now, just go back to my regular schedule program as far as with remakes or whatever, what have you, or to just put out next my vlog in a pickup truck driving around town over to Raleigh or something. But yeah, I just feel like I just wanted to get this off my chest. That chapter's already been closed, so like I said, this ain't something that I just normally do. But yeah, I am a versatile channel. I'm just calling it out how I see it. Just keeping the things real, because this is real life. This is real life. But nonetheless, you all have a great Easter weekend. Today is Good Friday. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and quickly upload this as an instant premiere and go from there. I ain't just gonna wait till my usual premieres on Tuesdays and Thursdays out the week. No, I'll just get this out for y'all and go from there. It's over past 20 minutes. I'm about to stop recording now for 22 minutes. So from my channel to your channel, salute. Gulfstream Entertainment, Michael Carter Studios and Production.